What's going on there, everyone? From the Daily Caller, Democratic staffer booted out of congressional trip for malicious behavior. Let's read. A House Democratic staffer was summarily kicked out of a congressional trip to Nevada after he harassed and bullied a Department Interior employee, but a committee spokesperson painted a far different picture of what happened. Peter Kefauver, who works within the Appropriation Committee, did not appear to recognize the BLM acting chief of staff, Amanda Castor, during a Monday meeting in Reno, according to the Interior Department employees who spoke with the Daily Caller News Foundation. Because he did not know who she was, Kefauver believed she did not belong in the meeting and demanded that she be removed. He was forced to leave the trip on the first day. Well, guys, this is, when you're part of the government and you're part of a congressional committee who has been invited by the Bureau of Land Management to attend some meetings, maybe you should know who these people are, especially if you went to attend the meeting that you were invited to by them. Come on now. The Bureau of Land Management is currently hosting a week-long trip in Nevada for members of the House Appropriations Committee. The purpose of the trip is to give committee staffers a tour of the lands managed by the Bureau of Land Management, BLM, and the opportunity to better understand the programs it oversees. Kefauver's insistence that the woman be removed escalated to the point where he then became aggressive, according to staffers who were aware of the incident. The altercation prompted career BLM officials to file a complaint. Today, the Department of Interior removed a member of the House Appropriations Committee staff from an official trip to Nevada, read an Interior statement provided to the DCNF on Monday. Unfortunately, before this morning's meetings commenced, one staffer, Mr. Peter Kefauver, verbally harassed and bullied a BLM staffer regarding their participation in the meetings, creating a hostile work environment. Getting booted from the trip may not be the only punishment for Kefauver. The Interior Department says it will ask the House Ethics Office to review what happened. I just want to state, can everyone calm down? Everybody, calm down. What started off as a misunderstanding slowly escalated into people hollering at each other. Why? Why is there so much just craziness in the political realm nowadays? This is insane. This is something we should all be worried about. Because, what was it? 7 months ago, everyone was calling for civility. We need more civility. Well, how come no one's actually trying to do that? You see, everyone's calling for it from every side, but no one seems to really want to do that. No one wants to be civil. It's like everyone, even the right, is becoming part of the outrage mob. We're seeing it more and more, and it's deeply disturbing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Everyone just be happy for a change. The department works to ensure that the appropriate subject matter experts are available to members of Congress and their staff during their visits to our facilities, the statement continued. However, we will not tolerate our staff being subjected to this type of malicious behavior. The appropriate members of Congress and senior staff have been notified about Mr. Kefauver's actions, and we intend to request the House Ethics Office look into this incident. They're going to look into it, but nothing will end up happening. The House Ethics Commission, they don't really do much of anything or get anything really accomplished. Case in point, they've been looking at Ilhan Omar's past everything, because there's some pretty shady going-ons around her that the House Ethics Committee has been investigating, and we haven't seen nothing on it. And will we? Probably not. Why? I don't know. Probably because the system's broken, and it's been broken for a long time. Just no one ever pays attention to it or calls them on it. And this is our job as the American people to call them on all this stuff. Demand. We put them there. We voted most of these people in. Some of these positions are not elected positions, but they work for us, people. They work for us, not the other way around. Well, unless a socialist gets in power, then we'll be working for the government. So yeah, it will be the other way around, which is terrifying. However, a spokesman for the House Appropriations Committee outright denied that Kefauver acted inappropriately, adding that he simply wanted an unfettered assessment of BLM's work. So going off on someone and acting a fool doesn't quite go with that statement, but okay. As part of the Trump administration's continuing pattern of interfering with Congress's oversight work, the Interior Department sent a minder from their headquarters to obstruct a congressional staff site visit to Nevada and prevent the Appropriations Committee from getting an unvarnished assessment of the situation on the ground. Yeah, it's all because there was a Trump plant in there. Come on with the conspiracy theories, people. How about you were being a butthole to this woman because you didn't think she deserved to be there, because you didn't realize who she was. See, you never get an apology out of people on the left. You never get an actual apology and admittance that they were wrong. And that's a problem. We see it all the time. You see it all the time. Someone on the left will come out and say something stupid that if it was someone on the right, they would be completely removed from all public eye. Everything would be taken away from them. But you don't see that on the left. They don't police their own. They don't police themselves when they should. There are times where people should say, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry. You don't get to see that a lot. People's egos are way too big nowadays. And for no reason. For no reason. When our staffer complained, the Secretary's office abruptly canceled the visit. Evan Hollander, communication directors for House Appropriations, said in a Tuesday statement to the DCNF. There was no bullying or harassment, and the only apology that is owed is by my Secretary Bernhardt and his staff for again trampling on the Constitution's separation of powers, Hollander continued. Exactly. There's no apology owed. This Democrat, let's go on the left's values. This powerful Democrat man went completely ridiculous on this woman to the point where he had to be removed. Just think about the tables being turned there. What if this was a Republican? A Republican man going off on some woman because he is ignorant. Yeah, the whole thing, the whole narrative would be different. It would be like, oh my goodness, look at this guy thinking, you know the narrative. I don't have to go through it. But yeah, to me this story just shows that people need to get their feelings in check. It's sad when nothing gets done. Just nothing gets done because someone gets their feelings hurt or someone gets their feelings in a tizzy and acts like a fool to someone else. Come on. Act professional for a change, people. You were put in these jobs because you were supposed to be good for the job. Well, do your job. It doesn't matter. And who is he to say who belonged there or not? That's another power play. He thinks he's more powerful than anybody else because he didn't believe she should be there, even though she was a very important member of this meeting. Unbeknownst to him, because he doesn't do no research. I'd love to hear your comments on this, and as always, like, share, and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side.